Howdy y'all, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to look at this epic lost castle right here. This is in the former capital of East Prussia. This castle is known as Königsberg, and the East Prussian capital city, which formed around this castle, was destroyed following World War II. It was handed over to the Soviet Union, and this whole landscape was renamed Kaliningrad. The history of Königsberg Castle can be traced back to 1255 and the Baltic Crusades. At this time, Königsberg was an earthen mound, or a series of earth mounds constructed together to form a fort. This fort was known in Old Prussian as Twangeste. Now, apparently this earthen fort, this series of mounds, these earthworks, played a very important role to the Old Prussians who practiced their quote-unquote pagan religion here. However, in the year 1255, after this entire landscape was conquered by the Teutonic Order, the earthen fort was said to be demolished by these knights, who immediately began constructing a massive new masonry stronghold. The new castle would become known as the Königsberg Castle and was constructed in the Ordensburg order, a particular architectural style which arose in German-speaking lands during the Crusades. This was essentially a crusader castle. The Königsberg Castle was one of the largest and most important in East Prussia, serving as the residence for the Grand Masters of the Teutonic Order. Königsberg remained the coronation city of the Prussian monarchy, though the capital was moved to Berlin in 1701. From the 1500s through the end of the 1700s, the Königsberg Castle was greatly expanded, improved upon, renovated, and connected to create a massive fortification which stretched over multiple city blocks. The 1815 Encyclopedia Britannica mentions Königsberg Castle as a, quote, magnificent palace in which is a hall 83.5 meters long and 18 meters broad, without pillars to support it, and a handsome library. The Gothic tower is very high, 100 meters, and has 284 steps to the top, from where a great distance of East Prussia can be seen, end quote. The west wing of the castle contained the Schlosskirche, or palace church, where both Frederick I and William I were crowned, respectively. The Königsberg Castle was covered in symbolism relating to the Order of the Black Eagle, which was the highest order of chivalry in the Kingdom of Prussia. After the dispersion of the Teutonic Knights, Königsberg Castle was home to the leaders of Prussia for hundreds of years. The Grand Hall of Königsberg Castle, mentioned earlier, was considered to be the largest in East Prussia. Through World War II, Königsberg was in control of the German royal family, the Hohenzollerns, who operated Königsberg Castle as the Prussian Museum. Now, the Prussian Museum at Königsberg had over 240,000 unique articles and artifacts related to Prussian history. Now, excuse my pronunciation here, but we're going to dive into a little bit more of this history. With the onset of World War II, we're told that numerous pieces of ancient and really valuable Russian art was often smuggled into the depths of Königsberg Castle, including unconfirmed pieces of the Amber Room, the lost all-gold room of the Catherine Palace in St. Petersburg. Within Königsberg's ancient walls also sat a wine tavern, which was said to be one of the most historically significant in all of German history. The castle had numerous depictions of Hans von Segen, a heroic figure in Prussian folklore, who, according to the legend, rallied the Prussians under the banner of fallen Henning Scheinkopf at the 370 Battle of Rudwa. Hans von Segen was said to have inspired the Prussian troops to a come-from-behind victory, and when asked what he wanted in return for his service, Hans replied, quote, ale to always flow from the Königsberg Castle, end quote. By the depths of World War II, Königsberg was chosen as one of the main targets of the Allies. The Soviet Air Force made numerous air raids on Königsberg beginning in 1941, followed by the complete destruction of the city by RAF Command in the summer of 1944. As the city began to rebuild, Allied forces pounced on the Prussian stronghold again, leading to the 1945 Battle of Königsberg, one of the last major events of the war. During this event, roughly 137,000 Soviet and French troops attacked Königsberg, resulting in roughly 50,000 Germans losing their lives and over 90,000, including nearly 25,000 women and children, being captured. The city of Königsberg was completely destroyed. Königsberg was rebuilt as Kaliningrad, a model town on the remains of Königsberg, without reminders of the German past that was left standing. Despite protests from students and intellectuals in the city, the ruins of the Königsberg Castle were periodically blown up over the next several years, with the last remnants being destroyed and covered over in the year 1968. The only building of the entire Königsberg Castle complex that miraculously survived the war is the Königsberg Cathedral, which contains the tomb of Immanuel Kant, one of the central thinkers of the Enlightenment. Today, Kaliningrad is the largest city of the Kaliningrad Oblast and the only ice-free port city of Russia along the Baltic Sea, making it a key location for Russia's current economy. For the remainder of this video, we're just going to look at the oldest photographs of Königsberg Castle that I could find, photographs before it was destroyed, and then we're going to advance to some really intriguing photographs of the interior of this magnificent castle, of this magnificent palace, of the Königsberg history that we'll get to see on display in these photographs. We'll also dive into what occurred during World War II, and we'll be able to look at some of the aftermath photographs after the castle had fallen. And we will also dive into a little bit more of what it looks like today. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, these photographs. Maybe this history was new to you. If it was, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to my channel and helping the channel to grow. And I look forward to our discussion in the comments down below. And I will talk to you on the next video.